Well, hello everybody. So it's actually starting to rain right now, so I'll be really quick. A really great resource is leaves and weeds and anything that's organic matter, and I just got about 1.25 cubic yards of it from another place that I'm currently renovating, getting ready for sale, and I've got probably 10 truckloads worth of leaves and stuff there. It's great. So what I did was I brought one over, and a really useful thing that I think everyone should get: pitchfork. It is a back saver. It is a lifesaver. Very cheap, simple, easy to use. I was using shovels at first, and my wife found one at I think a yard sale or something. And that noise right now is her in the background pressure washing the fence. So what I've done is I took that 1.25 cubic yards of pretty much hay and leaves, and I have dumped them all in the chicken coop. So I still got to spread it out. So I've got quite a bit, and let's see here if I can see you. If you can see it. So what I'm doing is a multi-purpose thing. For one, it gives the chickens something to do. Bugs and stuff will find their way in there, and they can eat them and scratch at them. It'll provide warmth when it gets colder. It shouldn't really be too much of a problem during the summer. But chickens seem to be having fun now. They were pretty scared of me putting it in there at first. But another great thing about it is that it's going to create some really good compost material for next year. And I mean, I should have a good 6 inches of bedding. I mean, cubic yard and a half, quarter. They're having fun standing in. It's a new thing for them. I had put some leaves in when I first got them. I mean, it was probably like an inch thick, not very thick at all. So this is a lot different than what they're used to. So everything that I'm trying to do on my property has got to have at least a dual purpose. Multiple purposes are a must when you're considering your time and your valuable resources. For example, I got chickens. They're not going to just be good for eggs. They're going to be good for straight fertilizer that I can use immediately. And they're going to be good for compost. Good for all kinds of things. Bug control, if I do the whole chicken tractor, chicken tunnel thing in between my garden beds. That's something I might work on. But creating really good, rich, nutrient-dense organic matter for my vegetables. So, and they're good garbage disposals. So, and they're fun to look at. But so I plan on getting a lot more organic matter in the form of oak leaves. Which, by the way, if you look up the NPK values of them and the trace mineral levels of oak leaves, it's like a perfect fertilizer minus the nitrogen, which is coming from the chickens here. So this should be amazing stuff when it's all said and done. And I can do the same thing. I mean, I'll end up making a big giant compost heap and throwing chicken fertilizer manure on it. And look at that. Oh, they're having fun just scratching at it. Look at that. Pecking at it, finding little bugs, because I know I brought some bugs in here. I saw tons of roly-polies and maybe some crickets and definitely some palmetto bugs and maybe a few roaches. And they'll have fun chasing them down and eating them. But tomorrow I'm going to be getting some compost, some more manure in the form of like horse, goat, rabbit, more chicken, and it's going to have some straw and hay and wood shavings, and I'm going to use that actually directly on the garden as a mulch. Now I know it's probably too nutrient dense for a lot of places, but mostly that I have sand here. And the problem is what I've read and I've learned about sand is that for one thing, it doesn't hold moisture at all. If anything, it becomes hydrophobic. A light rain on top is just going to sit on top and then evaporate. It doesn't really sink down to the sub level at all. And it can be a little acidic because there's no nutrients in it. And also is that sand does not hold fertilizer very well. So what you have to do is you have to really pump up the amount of organic matter in the form of leaves and stuff like that. So that's where this mulching is going to come. It's going to keep the moisture even. It's going to supply some steady fertilizer going into the ground. And the reason I think I can do it and I'm going to get away with doing it is because I'm not tilling anything into the soil. I'm not going to incorporate anything. It's just going to wick it down into there, and I'm not gonna disrupt the ecosystem that's trying to form. So everything's, like I said, it's coming to life. I'm having a real big issue with grass popping up, and so let me show you. I mean, look at this. That's insane. I don't like it. I know it's another plant, but I'm going to use that horse and goat and rabbit combo manure, which I can get for free. I'm probably gonna get at least 2 truckloads of it tomorrow. So that'll be about 3 cubic yards, and I'm going to put on at least a 3-inch layer of compost in everywhere that I can. And I've also, let me show you. I got the rest of my tomatoes in. I didn't do 5 rows, I did 4 rows of 8, so I'll have 32 tomato plants. So, let's see if I can get you. I kind of put them in the ground while they're still a little small, but we're supposed to get a lot of rain today, and so I've got a few varieties that I'm really excited about. I got the whole row of Better Boy, I got a whole row of cherry tomatoes. The other 2 were half and half, so with some Abe Lincoln heirloom, some Boxcar Willies, some yellow tomato hybrid, and some Russian Krim something. And show you how the wheat's popping up. So the wheat's popping up pretty good, like little black, grass blades. Here is another area where I actually put down some more leaves that I had personally on the property, and you can see here. Starting to get the onions down. They're popping up pretty good, so I have, I don't know, probably like 100 something onions right there. So everything's starting to come together. I'll show you the area where I'll dump all the extra leaves that I'll get, and I'll use them in combination with the manure as a mulch. It's a really thick mulch. So what I might do is do a thin layer of, just try and keep it even, a thin layer of the horse manure in the whole area, and then really come back at it with some leaves, or vice versa. I don't know yet. I can't get all the leaves at one time. Truck at a time. As I go renovate, I bring back a truck with me. So today was the first time I brought some back with me. But the pitchfork made it amazingly easy. Pick up huge piles at one time almost. So then I'm gonna hit the grass areas, probably thicker than 3 inches, honestly. Maybe even 6 inches in some places, and really get in the walkways really well, because I need to define them a little better. So my wife is having a bad time of wanting to walk through where I planted stuff, and I gotta cut that out. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and that's it. I'll give you another update probably tomorrow when I get the horse manure. So bye.